Hello, all you beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Standalone Gaming. And today we're going to be doing the Ancient Ruins, completing it up. Doing 411 through 415. Be the last 5 levels. And I got 100% on them. So go ahead and dive right into it. The first one was pretty simple. So basically all you have to do, first I would turn your grid off. Got to build a little ramp on this side. Build a little ramp on this side. You want this ramp to be a little bit higher. Basically, you want this guy to land on top of here. Basically, you want this guy to land over here. Once you build the actual bridge, you go ahead and give it support. Do this to both sides. You might need steel, but it doesn't hurt to start with wood. Pretty sure I built mine out of steel, but let's go ahead and give it a shot anyway, and we'll see where we don't work. And then to add extra support, I went and did ropes, just like this. Go ahead and hit play and see what happens. I'm assuming it's going to break. I'm fairly certain I built mine out of steel. So let's go ahead and delete the wood here. Let's build it out of steel. Adjust this one a little bit. Go ahead, add your ropes. So we did get a break here. I think what happened is we need this right here. Be steel. See if that changes. If it was one of the ropes, we can go ahead and adjust for the rope, but it looks like we made it there. And level complete. So now we're doing 412, steel arc bridge. And this one was fairly simple. Once you pretty much read the title. So go ahead straight across here. What I did for the support is I did the tracing tool with the steel beams here. Connect the two far ends. Go ahead and flip it. And I did something like this. Also, I adjusted the max length here to 2 meters. Seemed to work out pretty good. Go ahead and hit fill. You can see it finished. And I did the same thing, except I did 1 slot in. So see how it's 1 slot on the inside here? And then I tried to get it as close as possible to what the other arc already was. Again, went down to 2 meters. Filled it in. The reason I did 2 meters is because the road tiles are in 2 meters. So it just seemed to work out that way. Then all you got to do, go ahead and throw some ports in. First few rungs here, I made sure I did X's. Just like that. You can go ahead and highlight this, copy, flip, and boom, you got the same thing over here. So I'm fairly certain this was close to what I had when I completed it, but let's go ahead and attach the rest of the stuff. I put ropes for the rest of the bridge. Middle one you want both ways. Now there was one other thing I did do is reinforce this road right here, right where the supports are. Just like so, and I'm fairly certain that's what I did. Let's go ahead and hit play, see if it works out, and we can adjust if we need. All right, so we definitely need to adjust. Go ahead and throw so having a little bit of issue with stability up here at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and work on it, and we're going to see what we come up with, and I'll see you guys in a second. All right, so I adjusted the bridge a little bit. You can see the arc is a little bit lower, and I reinforced each one of these with one piece. Took out some of the actual braces in the middle here, but I still have the X's, and I have a little bit less rope. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hit play. You can see it's definitely very close to breaking, but it doesn't actually break. Yeesh. Look at that, 99.9 max stress. That's as close as you're going to get it, let me tell you. But go ahead and hop into the next one. We're at 413. And this one is actually fairly tough because it doesn't exactly explain to you what you're supposed to do. First thing I would do, get this rope down here. Should actually move it as close to this as you can. About like right there. Reason being is you go ahead and now turn your grid on, build your road right across right here. Just like so. You can only have 8. So now you go ahead and delete this rope. Build the structural brace for your bridge. Like so. Add in those. Now what I did was I put one rope right here, one rope right here, same on this side, and I believe that should work. And that is 413, so let's get to 414. This one was kind of tricky, only in the sense that you have to either build the hydraulics to go at the right time. I kind of cheated it a little bit. So what I did was I had this road coming down just like so. I have this one coming straight over like this. Say about right there. Gonna adjust these. Build your brace. Now you kind of need the same for this side, except you have to wait for the boat to go across. So you got to build it a little bit over the top here. And And then basically you build your supports. So I can't quite remember exactly what I had, but I'm going to go ahead and mess with it a little bit, and I'll show you guys the finished product. So after messing around a little bit, I got this, and it's similar to what we had. There was a few changes I made. One is there's hydraulic right here, pressing up on this bridge to push it into this location. And I moved the hydraulic on this side over to this part. With that being said, let's go ahead and hit play. You can see this red car slips right through, falls in, collects the flag. Bridge comes up, green car goes across. This one goes down a little bit, and it gets the flag. Mission accomplished, 100%. Nothing broke. As promised. Let's go ahead to the next level. And this one was actually fairly difficult. All reason being is because they don't exactly tell you which ones go to which, so you kind of have to like pay attention, because from my perspective, I would think that like blue would gain the blue stars, which it does. I would think that the C should be the green stars, but it's not. C is actually the pink stars, so you need the green car to go to the pink stars. E is actually the green stars for some reason, and then G is finally the yellow star here. So with that being said, the first one you have to collect is A1. So you go straight across. Second one you need to collect is A2. So you come up to this location right here. Go ahead and delete that, turn off the grid. Now when you're building this, you want it to be just over top of this location right here. You see how it's just over the top? Reason being, because you can't get it exactly flush with 5 road. So what is going to happen is basically the car drives over, falls down just the slightest bit, but it will still land and grab the star. Now you essentially want to do the same thing for this side. You go ahead and build to right above where the little notch is. Go ahead and put your supports in. All right. So after you have those built, next thing is support. So how I did this one was you go up 1 dot from here. So you go up 1 dot from here. Have this come down to here. Match it up on this side. So you're making a letter M. You have to connect both these. Now you're doing something similar over here, except you need it to be a little bit taller. Only difference is we're going to put this down here. Grid off, move that in. Now the reason being is we want our hydraulic on this guy. If you can, preferred, if you can get your hydraulic on this guy right there. Hinge there, hinge there. You can put a hinge here just in case they do actually attach. Make sure you got the right connections. Need a hinge here because you need this part to go up and down. Let's actually attach it to this one. Now the only thing I would recommend on top of what we've already done is maybe build another little section here to help keep this guy up. Now, after you have all that built, you have to go ahead and adjust your hydraulics. Let's go ahead and hit play and see exactly what we need to fix before we get started, because maybe something will break, so on and so forth. Okay, so we're already having an issue over here. It may break, it may not break. I also forgot to put expand for one of these. So it's almost guaranteed that one of those is going to go the wrong direction. So our issue here is actually this guy. Go ahead and delete him, and we'll attach this down here. Now hopefully that should give us the stability we need. This one needs to expand. That one needs to contract. That one needs to contract. That one needs to contract. Let's go ahead and see what happens now. All right, so car number 1 makes it. Not much of an issue. This is where you start needing to adjust your hydraulics and stuff. You can see I forgot to somehow attach this guy over here, so we're going to fail right off the bat. But we need the green car to get both these pink ones. So with that being said, let's go ahead and make sure this is connected. It's connected now. Go to a hydraulic controller. Now, I think it's B, so it's right after the blue car goes. We need to turn off this hydraulic because it needs to stay up in the air, because we're grabbing both the pink. Car C grabs pink, goes down the flag. So which means we're turning this one off too, because we need to stay up there. So let's go ahead and see if that makes it work. Go ahead and increase the speed here. All right, so let's find out what happened. These should both be on expand. So what I'm thinking is maybe these should be on 2. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. All right, that looks like it. Now I haven't adjusted any of the percentages either, so we're kind of winging it on that so far. But it seems to be working out. Now we just needed this last bridge to come down. For some reason it did not come down. Instead, this part lifted up. So what we could do there, put something like that. So that way, hopefully, see what happens now. Car number 2 down, and we somehow think that should be what's going on here. So maybe these need to be 2. I think these need to be 2. The bridge needs to be 1. Let's go ahead and see what happens again. Let's speed it up one more time. After you get the original build, it's kind of just adjusting everything to where it needs to be. But this was definitely the hardest level of the lot, so maybe these are backwards. Let's see if that works. Yeesh. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and adjust this last bridge. It's giving me some issues, and I'll show you what I end up with. All right, so I kept having issues with the bottom part over here. So what I did was just move it to the top, tried it that way. So what I did was I have these 2 right here, just like this. I kind of inverted them, made a W instead of the M that I had. Have them connected to the edges. Have this one connected like this. The bigger M, I guess you could say, connected right here. And then we have it connected to this edge, and we have it connected to this edge. So let's go ahead and hit play. So as you can see, there's a lot of hydraulics. So go ahead and try again, and I'll show you what we did for the hydraulic controller. So what we did was, for B, you have these 2 off on this end, For D, you have these two off in the front. And then for F, you turn these two off again, leave these two on, and everything works out. And just like that, that is the Ancient Ruins 411 through 415, 100%. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Why did that fail when I didn't change anything? But anyway, you saw it work the first time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for giving me your time. If you like this video, please leave a like. And if you want to see more of this content, I try to post these videos every week. Subscribe to my channel. I'd greatly appreciate that. So, thank you for watching. Take care.